Working for Kitty Hawk Kites, you get pretty good perks throughout the company. You get a discount in retail. You get to do a lot of the activities for free, such as hang gliding and kiteboarding. You also get a good family discount for other activities as well.
It was great. I took full advantage of all the kiteboarding lessons, the surfboard rentals, paddleboarding. I got to do all that all summer. It was awesome. I had a blast. Just the people you meet along the way. Like last year, I was the only American that lived and worked here, so it was just a lot of getting used to with all the different cultures, language barriers, and everything.
My favorite part about working for Kitty Hawk Kites is the fact that I get to work on the beautiful sand dunes at Jockey's Ridge State Park and fly hang gliders and teach the world to fly. There's really no other job like it in the world. There's no other place like it in the world. So the fact that the two get to come together and that's like what I get to do as my job is really a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm just super lucky to be out here for this opportunity. Super friendly company. That's just really well knit because we all help each other. We all want to see the company succeed. While on the Outer Banks, it may seem like Kitty Hawk Kites is just a huge company and that it's everywhere. It really isn't. It's a small locally owned business, and we're all just trying to see that succeed and see people come to the Outer Banks and enjoy their time out here.
Very fast-paced, but laid back, no nonsense. Also at the same time, it's a good balance between work and fun.
So last year, I actually took my very first hang gliding lesson out here on the dunes at Jockey's Ridge. So that was just like a super cool memory. I loved like every second of that. The feeling of flying is like no other. There also is another special part of why that memory is like one of my favorites of working for the company. It's also the day that I met my boyfriend now. So it's just super cool to have gotten to fly, to have gotten to meet some really cool people and really just like kind of start a new journey for myself, because that one day kind of just really changed my life. To become a hang gliding instructor, there is a pretty rigorous process you have to go through. So we have what's called June training, where we spend the entire month of June working out on the dunes, training every morning, conditioning, learning how to fly, teaching others to fly, before we can actually become official instructors. And once we become official instructors, we get our shirts. These are super sacred around here. You don't get them without finishing your shadowing and your training. We have to do a certain amount of shadows before we do get our shirts, and we have to pass like these certain special requirements. So I remember when I first got here, my very first day, I went on a lesson. I thought I was in shape because I played college basketball. I was wrong. Dune shape is a completely different shape. I remember running up and down the hills. I was gassed. I was dying. My legs hurt. But at the end of the day, it was super rewarding because I got to teach people how to fly. I got to learn. It was just a great experience. I will never forget that day.
My first day, I was really lost. I didn't know what I got myself into. It was very fast-paced. I felt like I was falling behind. But it ended up being a great experience. I wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for that day. It was very busy, super busy, one of the busiest days I've seen, and it was rough getting adjusted, but it's been a lot of fun since then.
So employee housing is pretty good. Each house is different depending on where you are, which everybody knows that. But it's actually super cool because I've been in company housing the past 2 years and I've lived in 2 different houses. Each year I've got to live with international students. So I've lived with people from Jamaica, from Russia, and it's just super cool because you get to kind of get a glimpse of like other cultures and things like that. So it's super cool just to kind of all come together and live together in the same house.
Employee housing and living with everybody is definitely an experience. Not too much different from what you get anyway at college, if it's just Americans, but with internationals, it's a melting pot of different cultures, languages. It's just a lot of fun. In the season, it's very fast-paced. All the time running in and outside, assisting customers, whether it be with rentals, folding shirts, working the cash register, talking to customers. Very fast-paced. In the off-season, it's a little slower, but it's still the same laid-back, relaxed environment.
I really fell in love with hang gliding. Once I started to fly, it just really totally changed my life, and I wanted to be able to give that to other people. So I wanted to come back and earn my instructor shirts and become an instructor so I could change other people's lives and really teach the world to fly. And I'm super glad I did, because it's just been an amazing experience. If I were talking to someone who were like looking at working at Kitty Hawk Kites, I would definitely say to go for it. There's really no other place in the world that you can get the opportunities that you all have out here. Whether you're working at the hang gliding school or in retail, there's super cool opportunities, people, just everything. It's a once in a lifetime chance to live at the beach. I know a bunch of people who've came out here just for the summer and they've stayed. So you can really find yourself out here. So I would highly recommend it. It's definitely changed my life.
Do it. The ball's in your court.